First graders, today we're doing more with that whole idea of thinking about addition in order to subtract, because you probably know addition facts better than subtraction facts. And it's really important to kind of learn how they crisscross back and forth over each other, because it's really, you take two things and put them together for addition, and then you can take those same two groups and separate them back out for subtraction. So definitely want to use counters today, not so much because you need them to figure it out, as because, doing things with our hands really helps it settle better into our brains. So here we are with lesson 4.3, use think addition to subtract. So it says to use cubes. We're going to be using counters. Draw to show your work. What is 10 minus 3? So we can set these up, imagining that we are in a 10 frame. And we're going to think addition to subtract. So let's just get 10 out, all one color. And remember, if we're doing this, let's say Maria has 7 games. I'm just going to make little boxes for her games. Here we are, 4, 5, 6, 7. She gets 3 more. So here's, the 7, and here's the 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and maybe I'll put these as circles so that it's more obvious they're separate. How many games does she have? So if we're, doing this as an addition sentence, we're going to write 7 plus 3 is the same as 10, right? Or you could write 10 is the same as 7 plus 3. Either way works. Now, down at the bottom, Maria has 10 games, just like we ended up with there at the top. And I'll set this up like in a 10 frame. And I hope you guys are, of course, drawing along with me. She gives 3 of them to her friends. There we are. How many games are there now? Well, it's the same thing, right? 3, 3, a full 10, a full 10, and here are 3, so here's 5, 6, 7, and here's 5, 6, 7. So it's the same set of numbers that we're using, we're just putting some in, taking them out, but we're keeping the same sets together. So here, we started with 10. Maria gave away 3, how generous of her, and she has 7 left. Go ahead to the next page, purple box. An addition fact can help you subtract. What is 8 minus 6? Well, you could use 6 plus what makes 8. Now, if you guys are really familiar with your fingers, that makes this so easy. 6, and 2 more would be 8. But here's another way you could do it. We could use count up, right? 6, 7, 8. We know 2 more. So if 6 plus 2 is 8, then 8, taking away the 6, gives us 2. What is 9 minus 6? Well, let's use 6 plus something makes 9, because 6 is pretty close to 9, right? Let's use counting up. 6 plus, what is it going to be? 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 plus 3, so 9 minus 6 is 3. Now, guys, I hope you're using your fingers along with me. 11 plus 5. What are we going to use here? Do you see we took this one that's coming away, and that's the first one in our addition sentence? 5. Now you guys are writing, you're using your fingers and everything along with me, right? 5 plus what makes 11? Well, let's think about this for a minute. Do you know a doubles fact with 5 that gets you really close to 11? What's 5 plus 5? 5 plus 5 is 10, right? So what do you add to 5 to get 11? Do you remember back when we did doubles plus 1 facts? Right? 11 is 1 more than 10, so 5 plus 5 plus 1 more, 5 plus 1 right here. So 11 minus 5 is 6. Now, boys and girls, this is where I really strongly recommend, hang on, I got to slide my papers around here so I can get my counters out. Use your counters, especially if a logical answer isn't there right away. So if you could look at this right away and know, you know what, I can count up from 6 to 9 and that'll tell me. Or if you can look at this right away and go, oh, you know what, 5 plus 5 is 10. So to get to 11, I just need one more, 5 plus 6. If that doesn't right away come into your brain, then use counters. Because counters are the kind of thing that's going to get that so that it's set in your brain right away. There's the 5. Right? If you just figure it out somehow or another for this problem, it's not going to stick it in your brain for next time. But counters are the thing that's going to, or some other tool, cubes, you know, whatever you're going to use. So here we can see 5, 6 to make us have the 11. So 10 minus 8, what number goes right here? Think, write it, right? 8 plus what is going to make 10? So this is another one where they're pretty close, right? We could use counting on 8, 9, 10. 8 plus 2 makes 10. So 10 minus 8 is what? 7 minus 4. Well, to think addition, we want to know, what do we stick with 4 to get 7? We know we're going to have a 4. What are we going to put with that to get 7? So there are several ways you guys could do this. You might know 4 and 4 is 8. So 7 is 1 less than 8. I can do a doubles minus 1, 4 and 3. You guys might say, I can use counting on 4, 5, 6, 7. However you do it, use as much as you can a strategy. And if you don't have a strategy that tells you just quick right away in a snap, get the counters out and use them. So 7, take away the 4. There we go. Here's our 7. If we take away the 4, we've got 3, right? 4, 3, 7, they go together. Do you know what some people call these? They call them number families. 7 is like the mom or dad, and 4 and 3 are like the kids. All right, next page. Here, just like yesterday, remember our second page switched from horizontal, writing the problems this way, to writing them up and down. So 16 minus 8. 8 plus what makes 16? Oh man, how much do you guys remember your doubles facts? If you really remember your doubles facts, then you remember that 8 plus 8 makes 16. If you didn't remember that right away, maybe try doing it with your counters. So 8 plus 8 makes 16. And 16 minus 8. 10 minus 6. 6 plus what makes 10? Well, this is where knowing 10's facts is so important, right? Here's our 10. Let's put down 6. 6 plus that many make 10. So 10 minus 6. All right, so guys, go ahead and look at these. Instead of doing 7 and taking away 5, these two numbers are pretty close. You could say 5, 6, 7, and count up. Instead of doing 10 and taking away 5, you could just say, wait, 5 plus what makes 10? Oh, 5 plus 5 makes 10. 8 minus 5, you could say those are pretty close. I can count up. 11 minus 6, well, we had something with 11 and 6 on the other page. You could remember that you can add in any order. 13 minus 7, ooh, you might remember 7 plus what makes 13? Do you know a doubles fact that's near that? So boys and girls, as much as you can, use strategies here. When you can't use a strategy, go ahead and use your counters. All right, hot problem. Emil has 13 pencils in a cup, right there. He takes some pencils out. We don't know how many, do we? He starts with 13 and he takes out some mystery number, and there are 6 pencils left in the cup. How many pencils does he take out? What addition fact can you use to solve this problem? Well, with all of these up here, right, we're looking at 10 is made of 6 and 4. 16 is made of 8 and 8. So we want to know 6 and what make 13. So go ahead and figure that out. What do you need to stick with 6 to get 13? Go ahead and write that number right there. Last page, and remember, you guys can be pausing the video anytime you need to catch up with me. Count back 1, 2, or 3 to subtract, write the difference. Oh my goodness, look, most of this is just counting back 1, 2, or 3. That's easy. So let's see, what's our highest number here? 11, 12. Let's count backwards from 12 just to warm up a little bit. Ready? Say it out loud with me. Don't just listen to me. Say it out loud with me. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 7. We're going to count back 1. Ready? 7, 6. I'm going to do a couple of these with you just to help you warm up and remember how we count backward. Here's 7. We're going to take 2 away. 7, 6, 5. All right, here's 12. We're going to take away 3, so I'm going to put away 3 fingers. When I say 12, I don't put any fingers down yet because that's where I'm starting. I put my fingers down as I count backwards. 12, 11, 10, 9. All right, can you guys do it the rest of the way? Pause the video, finish that up, and then start it again. We'll do number 9 together. All right, guys, use cubes to add and subtract. Let's pull these counters back out. 11 minus 5. Right? Okay, here's my 10 frame. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I know they're set up kind of messy. Now you guys can put yours next to you if you're on the table or the floor or wherever. I'm putting them on here so that you can see them along with seeing this page, but you don't have to put them on your book. You can put them next to you. 11 minus 5. So I want to think 5 plus what makes 11? Well, here I've got 5. So what is this here that I've added in? 5, 6 to make 11, which is sensible, right? 5 plus 5 is 10. 11 is 1 more than 10. So I put this 1 more in here with this 5, and now I've got 6. 5 plus 6 is 11, so 11 minus 5 is 6, right? 5 and 6 go together for the 11. 14 minus 7. Oh my goodness, 7 plus what makes 14? Please, no doubles, facts. Please, 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 please tell me you didn't forget. 7 plus what makes 14? Yay! Pat yourself on the back in case if you remembered that 7 plus 7 is 14. So then 14 minus 7 is, right? And then, which subtraction sentence can you solve by using 3 plus 9 equals 12? Take a look here. Color in the circle for the one that you can use 3 plus 9 equals 12 to solve it.